And even FURIA back at IEM Katowice. They are the self-proclaimed Brazilian Slayers, and they are one map up in this series. One map away from IEM Cologne group stage, but now they have to deal with FURIA's map pick, and FURIA looked fantastic on Overpass yesterday.
S-tier gatekeepers, Mongols, and maybe a lot more than that. Time will tell. They lost both pistols on Inferno and still came out with the W. Can they improve upon that terrible stat as far as the pistols are concerned? On this one, they'll be on the CT side to begin with, and they'll have a lot of pistols amongst these 5 players. Let's see what they can offer. FURIA had some disasters in that first game. In connector, go FURIA. Fallen has a smorgasbord of utility for this one. P250 raid boss for chelo. And a crossfire. Look at that. It's a triangle of doom almost. Techno will start off the proceedings very well indeed, and Fallen's got to be careful because he's carrying the bomb, and connector is the last place you'd want to lose that. Chelo up top, 9-10 coming to say hello. An even duel with these pistols. Hasteka having a look. Fallen still in the connector, isolated. Takes a brave man to do that. And Zeno's got not 1 but 2 pistols to fart about with, but chelo, his timing will work out for him. bLitz, that could be a big frag if he could find it, but Fallen's behind the door closed. FURIA heading towards the A-bomb site. Still options available to them with the time on the clock. Pistol rounds often fast moving, opting to go towards long. Chelo had the long range weapon, gets stoned by the toilets. These Glocks aren't favourable. Hasteka of 75 though might be low enough. Fallen closing the distance. Hasteka hasn't seen him just yet. Not going deep enough, and there's Fallen, and there goes that bomb. Keserato now 1 versus 3, 20 seconds. Reinforcements on the way. Mongols don't need to engage. 9-10 will finish off the job. That's the first pistol of the series for Mongols.
On the board with a pistol, and there's not much in this world more satisfying than a clean USP one tap. Love seeing that from hasteka. And I thought he was going to be in trouble here. I thought FURIA had a really good opportunity because hasteka solo holding this A-bomb site. But when you land a shot like that, you suddenly get in the mood. And that double kill makes all the difference.
Those are clean one-taps that we saw from the Mongols there. FURIA not opting to go for the force buy in round 2. There'll be a Desert Eagle for Art. The rest of them will have potato shooters. Just creeping around. I feel like a round like this is like a 90s movie or some guys in leather jackets just being thugs with big hair, just standing around with mean mugging, but not really doing much of anything. Because what is there for them to do, really? M4 getting closer now, but Zeno will defend the area very well. Can they get any significant weapons? Hasteka has come to pick up the slack. M4 still on the floor. Techno might want to get his weapon out. This could be so awkward.
Ooh.
Crikey. That could be another M4 lost. Holding on for the time being. Bomb isn't rescued. Chelo's got 40 seconds to be a nuisance. He needs to die at some point, but they know they've done damage to Techno, and he wants to contribute more to that.
I almost wouldn't mind Techno just getting the hell out of here at this point on 7 health. Does chelo look for him though? Maybe not. Maybe he goes towards the bomb instead. And that should be a little easier for the Mongols to handle. Hang on, look back, there you go. A little jump scare. But the Mongols will take the 2-0 lead. FURIA got a bit more done than you'd expect out of that round. I was with you, I thought they were just there to look tough and not really act tough. But Art got a kill, they came in with a bit of damage. And now they have their real chance. Yeah, they'll love that.
Cost of a Desert Eagle.
Almost pays for itself.
Yeah. Techno's turn to be the MP9 enjoyer then. Some extra money in the bank for him. Plenty of utility for the Mongols. best map in the map pool, if you ask me.
We saw FURIA use their slower style more effectively on this map yesterday against Monty. So even though there were issues for them on Inferno, this looks like the map they are most well prepped on. We'll see if that is something that continues here today. Zinho playing close behind this smoke. He's about to see it fade, but there's no one on the other side yet. FURIA very happy to take their time on this map control, as is often the case on Overpass. That was awkward for chelo. Nearly got caught with a flash in his hand. 45 seconds. FURIA didn't make much progress towards A there, but they're happy to group back to B. And as it stands, just the double monster stack for TheMongolz. That would make this hold pretty awkward for them.
They're still holding a smoke, unless they just deployed it. Indeed, they did towards Monster, their TheMongolz. Talking more about that later. 25 seconds, another late round. But have a look at this Molly. Don't hold it for too long, bLitz. They'll get at least 2 players past it, but he's lining them up, but he won't get a kill. There are plenty of CTs here to pick up the slack, though, and they're going to have to try and deal with these. Look at Techno come through. 10 seconds again to plant this bomb. But this time they might just do it. 9-10 in a very strong position. Queserazo surely goes down for free. Oh my days, what just happened? Robotic from 9-10. Fallen to get the last kill. Crazy round on the B bomb site. FURIA on the board.
Was that like a mouse bug or something? He like flicked for the one tap, then seemed to jump and reload. That was so awkward. And he had no clue where Fallen was at the end there. Fair play to Fallen. He had to take a couple of risks in that round. Pushing that smoke initially to take the monster player out of contention. And I just think the TheMongolz weren't expecting every single FURIA player to come through short. They were waiting for someone on monster, which is why Techno looked back. That allowed Fallen to pounce. And Fallen outmaneuvers in the late round as well. And now look at what the TheMongolz have. Not a great deal to work with.
That Molly, that incendiary for short B was everything. It's a really interesting dichotomy between what FURIA have been trying to do to TheMongolz, as we saw in Inferno, trying to bait their utility out. And TheMongolz just refusing to take any of that bait and just holding their util. And I think that's very interesting for this game of Overpass, especially on the CT side for TheMongolz, is if they can continue to force FURIA to be in these really unfortunate positions where they have to gamble late round because of these late smokes and late incendiaries, then this could be quite a challenging game of Overpass for FURIA, at least as far as this first half is concerned. Of course, they came out on top on that last one, so TheMongolz will be broken for the time being, but that's certainly something to look at as this half continues. If TheMongolz can continue to hold on to their util late, and if FURIA continue these longer rounds against them.
Solid flash there from Fallen. Ooh, hasteka still in position. This is a 3-on-3 and a flank. Zinho can't get anything done. Didn't realize Queserazo was so close by, but look at Techno. The lineup could come in here. Big damage from Techno, and that bomb is dropped. Art has to get that back. The smoke will help. 10 seconds remaining. Art starts to move in, but he hits the shot anyway. FURIA just about hold on, but the TheMongolz not making it easy.
Another one where that clock is just ticking. The TheMongolz was so close, and that's the gamble. Do you try and catch them off guard as they go for the bomb? Art standing his ground and delivering with the scout. A terrifying round for FURIA. The TheMongolz showing they are ever dangerous. More clocks than Public Enemy for TheMongolz. They have an eye on the time at all times. 5 USPs on road for them on this occasion, though, so FURIA can breathe a sigh of relief. And what's really important is the damage that TheMongolz are doing in these rounds will put FURIA on eco sooner rather than later if the rounds keep going in this fashion. Of course, this one will be a sigh of relief for FURIA. They can build some cash. They can't have too many repeats of accidents like that.
Yeah, keep your guns out here, is what I would be saying. Don't want to accidentally get caught off guard. Yuurih's molly didn't cover it entirely, but didn't matter. He looks back, and it looks like FURIA will build up some economy. Haven't seen this specific Mongols lineup play a single map of Overpass, as far as I'm aware. Waiting to see what they look like. Meanwhile, obviously got to see FURIA up against Monty. Really good team effort from them. I think Fallen was playing really well on Overpass yesterday. Also got 7 flash assists. Always up there with good numbers. Looks like Art having a bit of input. Him and Fallen happy to try and work together. And they need to, because they are going to be up against another buy from the Mongols in this one.
Monster Smoke has been deployed. Gotta give huge credit to the observers on B-Stream. They are doing a fantastic job. Artistic observing. Props to you guys. Four smoke grenades in the hands of Mongols. The incendiaries have been used. What little there were of those. MZino will have the shadow advantage. They'll need a pop flash should they try and go there. He's got a pixel for the cross as well. Choosing to engage, but taking most of the damage. There's a swing from Art. Rest of his team round the outside. Now, what do FURIA make of the composition of Mongols in this round? Because chelo is sending it onto the site itself. He's got flashes and no one is here. So where are the rest of the CTs? Surely that's not the only one around this A bomb site. And Zeno still standing as well. Great one tap onto bLitz, but there's more to find. Running distraction on the site while yuurih is creeping. Can he find that second player? Wasn't expecting 9-10. And we're down to a 3-on-3. chelo can't cover his teammate planting the bomb. Almost falls as well. Case now 1 versus 2. Fast moving round on this A bomb site. And Case Ratto's in the clutch, walking into a crossfire. Techno with the bomb by the truck. Spotting 9-10, being a nuisance on long. And again, that clock is ticking. He'll see the shadow though. Can he find the frag? He can't on this occasion. Down to a tied score again.
I've got to say, something I love seeing from the Mongols is how many different setups they run on their CT side, and how many of those setups are kind of designed to try and hold on to utility. You see, this is the double stack towards bathrooms. You get info early. That peek from MZino was fantastic. And even though chelo was so far up into this bomb site, it didn't matter because the Mongols had early enough info. They get other players back in. You saw that FURIA got caught off guard by the double long stack. Mongols always making it difficult for FURIA to read them. And you see that pay off in some of these rounds.
This is where the damage Mongols did in the rounds they lost comes to fruition potentially, because there's no money left for FURIA. The pop flash will concede the position for FURIA as well. bLitz just doesn't have the angle to punish Case Ratto there. But this is a chance for Mongols to build now, although the same is true for FURIA. Both teams are lacking funds in the bank. MZino, can he find a second here? Can he buy time for his team? He's rung the bell of fire, left him on 3 HP and 9-10, surging towards the front of the site into the crosshairs of yuurih. Man advantage for FURIA. We'll see how long it lasts with Art on 3 HP. Bomb getting planted then as hasteka looks to make a play. bLitz going through the smoke and bank, hasteka creeping as well. FURIA have to be really careful about their positions. Fallen edging forward, perfect timing from him. Maybe the best has come and gone for Mongols. Again, neither team can afford to lose this round or lose all their weapons. Mongols will have to fall back surely.
Yeah, it even looked like a decent start there with MZino getting the initial kill, even getting a dink onto Art. But didn't slow down FURIA that much. And that's sometimes more important than doing actual damage. Making sure you just buy a few seconds. But it was such a heavily committed position. It was pretty easy to trade MZino. And everyone else on FURIA gets up onto the bomb site. I think for the Mongols, it will be important that they continue to shift and adjust their setups. I think that's the only way they're going to make FURIA uncomfortable. Because FURIA have looked pretty happy on the T side of Overpass to play with the clock, to play between bomb sites at times. The Mongols forced into a minimal investment. They've got those 2 safe guns, but not much else in this one. Fake smoke onto B Monster, while everyone else on the Mongols stacks towards A.
This will be a good round for bLitz to find his first frag. Never mind.
Oh.
It's one of the rifles lost then.
Ouch. Okay, how has the USP done that well after the rifles got destroyed? Not going to matter too much. Fallen cleans up the final 2 kills. This is the FURIA we were expecting to see on Overpass, showing up early.
Keeping the CTs broke will, of course, have its advantages, but 910 will wield the AWP once again. Let's see where he will be heading with it. What kind of spawn he has. Looks like he's going to be going aggressive with that AWP then. We last saw FURIA on Overpass. They make rotations based on the location of the AWP. See if that'll be true on this occasion. Zeno hiding behind the tree. Fallen going for a run boost once again. Nothing doing there. Will there be a flash or is it just a drive beam from Zeno? It will be the latter. Gets nothing from it whatsoever though. 910 creeping. An awkward angle for him. There will be flashes, but he's gone deep enough to see that no one's in long anymore. Now what do Mongols do with this? They've got the 4 versus 5. Do they feel compelled to make some kind of play? We can see Hasteka's in short B, so he's got an aggressive position. And that peek up long is enough for the team to rotate the remainder towards the B bomb site. Chelo is creeping. I don't believe 910 has made a sound cue just yet. He's dropped Chelo. And now surely the race to the B bomb site is on. But there's so much info for Mongols. With this position on short B, they can focus on that monster area. There's the HE grenade. Techno to run distraction down. He goes and bLitz may not last much longer. The transfer, he falls to the flames, barbecued. But he's left his team with an easy job afterwards.
Yeah, hasteka in a really forward position means that once the monster contact comes in, he can quickly flank for that final kill. But that's just all about the overperformance from bLitz. This guy's come through with a couple of brilliant multi-kills. And as the in-game leader of the squad, that is impressive. I also love that re-aggression from 910 with the AWP. That is a massive risk to take. If there are 2 players waiting, you're just going to get traded. But it got the info to allow that B stack. Again, the Mongols always staying annoying. And look at this B rush from FURIA.
This is perfect timing. We've got 3 players in the upper area. And look at the swarm. The Zerg army is coming for the Mongols on this B bomb site. Spreading their creep as much as they can. Zeno denied on short B. Hasteka still has some position. That could be a meaty grenade. It will be. They're softened up, but can they finish them off with the mallets? Looking over the smoke now, Hasteka has a quick jumping. Sees K-Tarasso below him, avoids getting traded, falling into the water. 3 versus 3, nervous territory for both squads. Short B smoked off for the time being. Fallen having a look, flashes being thrown in from short, but they can't find the frags just yet. There are no kits for these Mongols players. They've got to find these kills fast. bLitz and Hasteka now trying to do what they can. There's the last frag. Is there time to defuse the bomb? I think there will be.
Impressive retake from the Mongols. Lovely work from them. Just about getting the defuse in time. I think that player jumping up onto the site was critical. That just got them all the info they needed. They see the couple of players at pillar. They get a kill onto the site. It really helps them start to visualize where they need to be ready for those duels against FURIA players. And that's despite FURIA getting so deep into the site early, getting that early trade. This was Hasteka just dropping a flash, kill down below, and then he sees those shots, allows him to go back. 910, a little awkward there, but able to get the final shot. A little bit embarrassed almost with that jump, but he made up for it. And now FURIA's by, definitely a little awkward here.
Big difference in the short B control. Mongols didn't challenge for it. Hasteka jump peeking. It's been spotted though. You can see the concern with that door being blown off. That is an extra tool for the CTs. bLitz may have something to say about that. Techno defending the B bomb site. bLitz has been smoked off in that connector. Hasteka's here as well, but again, the mollies are well used by FURIA. bLitz through the smoke, transfer, drops forward as well, and now comes Techno. comes to life on the B bomb site. Art versus the world of a MAC-10 won't last long. 4 players standing for Mongols at the end of the round. 6-5, big fights every round on Overpass.
The Mongols, again, always have little gimmicks and tricks and different setups they're running. Always have the ability to play forward. That time, again, pretty aggressive on long. It just sets them up with info early. And having blitzing connector absolutely helped them as well. He comes in with 2 kills, helping out towards that B side of the map. It is definitely easier to do this on the CT side of Overpass. That is something to remember. But it's still impressive seeing Mongols play like this. And why does Art have an SG and no Kevlar? Who knows? Maybe we're about to find out.
FURIA have strats that do not exist outside of their team.
Oh, there we go. I mean, listen, it's not bad at long range.
How dare you question a strat like this, Hawker?
I should have known.
Krieg, no Kevlar. It's FURIA. Anything can work. FURIA could eat spaghetti with a spoon if they wanted to, and only a spoon.
Well, what do we do now then, if you're FURIA? You've got a couple of flashes. Maybe send in those pistols and look for trades.
9-10 needs help, but those flashes are denying. And look at the position that might be taken now. Enzino cleaning up, really thinning out these numbers, but we're down to a 2 versus 2. Chelo's got the rifle, but Enzino's got the taps. That was a scary round, but Enzino's 4K will keep the team alive. That was a terrifying round.
Zeno went for a quick fist bump, instantly saw his teammate wasn't looking and tried to play it off.
Style it out. I was just stretching.
I saw,
Giving my elbow some air.
I'm really liking watching Mzino's aiming style, though. I feel like he goes for these like quick bursts and quick headshots. Sometimes if those miss, you can look a little foolish, but when they land, it allows you to have these crazy over performances. That is what the idea with the SG was. Chelo was able to turn around, catch that connector player. Lovely cleanup from the rest of the Mongols. Yeah, a little frustrating for FURIA. You feel like you've got your way into the round, still gets snatched away from you. 7-5 lead for the Mongols. They are really taking the fight to FURIA here. Oop, not quite with that molly.
That's a bad miss.
They don't need the utility. They're still winning rounds.
3 on B for Mongols this time. Constant change of their composition. Big focus on B rather, from FURIA. Smoke landing by the toilets. That's been a common smoke for them, but they will look to surge. The counter flashes are already here for Mongols. 3 players still in situ. Who strikes first? Techno around the barrels, gets 2. Blitz is here with hasteka. They drop hasteka. Will they look for Blitz in this position? Fallen going for the bomb up. Not expecting the bait set up again, but they were down to a 2-on-2. Make it 1. Art's alone. He's got half the info. Looking for the rifler. Maybe he's got space to plant the bomb. Art in the clutch. No utils, just an AK. I say just. That is a headshot machine in his hands. Concerns over the balcony. Repositioning by the pillar. The reload will give Mongols the info. Creeping forward now as he looks to his right. Deleted from the left. 9-10 with the final kill. 8-5 for Mongols.
Yeah, Mongols again with some cool positioning there. I love that bLitz takes up the position his teammate was just previously in. You saw how that was able to catch one of the FURIA players off guard. And it's also so important that Techno gets that double initially. And into the 2v2, I'm not sure yuurih needed to make that play in from short. I think Art could have got that bomb down, but yuurih felt like he had to just have a little look, have a little help for his teammate. That ends up costing him and puts Art in a very difficult clutch. Those fast B plays getting denied right now by the Mongols. 8-5 lead, a chance to run away with this half for Mongols if they can win this one. Run boost across, B short's already been lost. something the CTs need to be wise to here.
Hot flash for hasteka. They know there's presence there. These CT bait setups for the Mongols have really given them the edge in some rounds on Inferno and on Overpass as well. 9-10 caught sleeping on that occasion. Chelo and Mzino roaming around the upper areas of Overpass. And Fallen might just be rotating the bomb as well, so they look to explore elsewhere. Maybe just having a look in case of a flank through connector. Art looking for opportunity in the meantime. Again, we head towards that 40-second mark. Chelo's made his way towards the tree on long and poking further forward. Fallen brings the bomb back to the B-bomb site. So does Chelo make a play or does he cut off rotation? That is the question. Mzino committed on long. FURIA still looking for opportunity on B. 3 players on short, and that timing again is absolutely crushing from the Mongols.
Ooh. They have no idea he's here. He hears everything. Rotate will begin, but they might not need it. Mzino could cut everyone down. The bomb's the last player. Oh, the bomb is going to be dropped. 10 seconds left. The bomb on the floor. There's nothing for FURIA to do. The rotate is here. They can't get it planted. And just that one info play from Mzino makes all the difference.
Seeing the same nightmare time and time again. The Mongols punishing FURIA for the late plays. Denied and denied again. So many stamps of denial, they're running out of pages. Last round of the first half for FURIA to squeeze one more round out of this. Mzino chilling on long the entire time. Again, that 40-second mark. Hair starts to stand up on your back, start moving. In position for a master play. The bLitz are out for FURIA. Again, they'll go to short B, and every time they've sent it in here, they haven't been challenged. hasteka's just been keeping an eye on them. But this time they'll go for an early boost, and that'll give Art the opportunity. Early 5-on-4, exactly what FURIA needed. They've been great with the mollies, FURIA, but this time they have no mollies, just smokes and flashes. And that'll have to be enough.
Oh, the info plays are being made again. They've got to push into playground, so 9-10 can stay on this angle. If they tried to come back up, they'd be in trouble. Look at the boost! Art taken out of the equation. And what is FURIA's response? They don't have any A control. They don't have any A info. Smoke onto Monster and another kill for Mongols. The 5v4 got turned around so quickly for FURIA.
Oh, the timing actually goes back to have another look. Mongols are all over this bomb site, and Mzino has every rotation option in his control. A strong CT half from Mongols looks to be closed out as they head towards double figures. Chelo needs to use what remains on this clock to find some entries. A flash towards B. Do they understand where it came from? hasteka with a funky angle, waiting for Chelo to emerge. Pre-fire through the window, denied. Mongols with a roaring start. Double figures at halftime. FURIA are in trouble.
Father, I have a problem.
An addiction.
I can't stop myself.
The Cathedral of Counter-Strike. And it's full of sinners. But speak openly.
Then I shall. I know nothing about Counter-Strike.
Fear not. Your colleagues doesn't know much either.
But what if I call an ace a pentakill? Or even worse, a deagle, a sheriff.
All will be forgotten. But just remember, that mic is always on.
That one time, Father.
Wild plans and so forth.
I never thought they'd do me like that.
Tread carefully, James. If that happened to you at Blast, only God knows what can happen to you here.
Believe me. Believe me. Addiction is not easy to overcome. I've been trying not to tweet about my weight loss journey for quite some time. But isn't 3 hours too long?
The devil's pool is strong.
Yes, Father. He sits heavily on my shoulder, whispering in my ear. Give them what they want. Give them another hot take.
Gluttony. The worst of all my sins. I've taken the ESL bag. I've taken the HLTV org bag. The Valve bag. I've even taken the Blast bag. Am I a sellout, Father? Should I give up the bag?
Fool.
I'm sorry, Father. I really am.
Never give up the bag.
Father?
Here. Please.
Thank you, Father.
Psalm, if you ever need me, you can always reach out to me at sponsorships@fallinggear.com.
What is your calling?
That's one of the best skits I've ever seen. We're going to need one of the best halves that FURIA have ever performed if they are to stay in the fight of this series. A place on groups on the line, and maybe FURIA are on the line as well. I don't know what they need. It's going to be more than a father on the other end of it, because they are so far behind TheMongolz in this series. 5 rounds as we switch sides. They're on the ropes and they're trying to dodge these headshots.
Yeah, TheMongolz previously have beaten FURIA, and it caused questions for the old FURIA lineup. FURIA now a new look, a couple of new additions, but you would still expect them to make it through the play-in into the groups at IEM Cologne. Loser here eliminated, and FURIA down right now. Overpass was meant to be their map, and again, we've still been waiting for Keserato to show up to the server. Has not been the star man that we're used to seeing from FURIA. Let's see if they can come through in the pistol. FURIA stacking heavily up on this A side of the map, and they might be met by some of the TheMongolz players here.
P2000 Enjoyer. Suggesting he ran away, but here he is. Taking a headshot from the bomb carrier. There's some information for FURIA. Expensive. Gets more expensive as Fallen is deleted on long. The channel to the A bomb site is fully open. Keserato will look to close it. Again, TheMongolz with a bait setup. Hasteka has been dropped, but Art will escape before MZino can make a play. 9-10 will do the job. 4-on-2 for TheMongolz. Will it be 2 for 2 pistols in this game of Overpass? Perhaps it will. yuurih has so much work to do. 2 pistols won't be enough. TheMongolz take both pistols. 11-5 start on Overpass.
Listen, the T side of Overpass is not always easy if you don't play this map often. But when you win the pistol, and the TheMongolz already have such a strong lead, you don't need to have a great T side. And we've already seen some of the tricks they pulled out in that first half. They don't look like strangers to Overpass right now. This is their first official on Overpass with this lineup. And the TheMongolz are taking it to FURIA right now. Just the one dig bought by Art in this one. for FURIA. Pressure rising. Maybe some flashbacks for some of these players. As the Mongols, time after time, seem to take down Brazilian opponents. They were even leaning into that earlier when we talked to them in the interview. What can Art do here? That's a good shot. bLitz has the bombing connector. He's got to be careful. Should be fine now as the CTs fall back.
Mac 10, right tool for the job. Street sweeper MZino, thinning out these numbers, exactly what Mongols need to have a roaring start to the second half of Overpass. Nice headshot to that USP. We'll see what chelo can do. Racing back to the A site. Can't exactly cross. He will be somewhat stuck. That's a very nice headshot from chelo. He's been so good despite this. Like, we just keep seeing great shots from chelo. Not enough on this occasion, however. Much more is needed from FURIA as they pull out their bye in this half.
What do FURIA go for in a gun round that is not quite a must-win, but it's close to that point? FURIA already a map down. This is their pick. They need to show us why right now. No AWP for Fallen. Full rifles for FURIA into this one. And nade won't do anything. And yuurih has found an angle over that smoking connector. A massive early kill to make FURIA feel more confident into this all-important gun round.
Early success is absolutely what they need. bLitz again in connector with the bomb. Holding off angles for now. MZino is, I was going to say MZino is surely doomed, but bLitz emerges at the right time. Bomb spotted by yuurih maybe, but isn't all the information in the world, especially with a minute on the clock. Prompt progress being made by Mongols. A huge gap in that balcony smoke.
Sneaky angle from Cesarato, but it is pretty committed. That's what they wanted though, just that one kill at range, smoke dropped down, now they can reposition.
Edging forward are the Mongols. Those smokes were going to be a problem. Techno moving forward though, he could solve all the mysteries for Mongols. Smokes towards the trash, Art makes his way forward. I'm not sure what there is for chelo to do now. 1 versus 3, Techno's on 11 HP. But chelo doesn't want any part of this. Mongols move to 13 rounds. This may be a brief half if this continues, but FURIA don't really have much to mount an offense with in the next round. There's no money in the bank.
I mean, this looked good for FURIA. That was the first kill. yuurih does eventually get traded, but once Cesarato got them a man up, I thought they were in good shape here, FURIA. But the setup became so awkward. Look, Techno just catches Cesarato out. Didn't look like he realized Fallen was tucked in. And Techno shows us that snappy headshot aim again. A 13-5 lead. And what's so impressive to me is the Mongols are playing like this, coming from the Asian region. We have rarely seen teams that look this put together from the Asian region. I love what the Mongols have come through with. They're making people believe in the scene again.
Be a short tech timeout before we continue. A moment for FURIA to think about how little opportunity remains for them in this game of Overpass. They have a mountain to climb with their bare hands. One mistake, and it's going to be all over for them. Much work to be done here versus Mongols, who have been fantastic, wonderful, mentally stimulating to watch.
I still can't get over the amount of Brazilian teams that this Mongols org have beat. We saw it in the pre-game segment. They beat 0-0 Nation, Pain, FURIA, Imperial, and now they're looking to beat FURIA again. They have so many past wins against Brazilian lineups. They've owned the fact that they are now the Brazilian Slayers. And unless FURIA pull off an incredible comeback, it's looking like the Mongols could make it through the play-in into the groups, and FURIA could be going home early. And this tech pulse can't feel good for FURIA. You sit there just staring, 13-5 down. Gotta keep your head in the game.
The greater question for Mongols, again, you look at name value, you look at the lineups on paper, and their results, as you just mentioned, and you think gatekeepers, but the question has got to be, can they be more than gatekeepers? In the grander scheme of this event, if they can make it through to groups, which looks quite likely at present, how far can they go? Can they be a name to be feared outside of South America? It's a question only they can answer as they continue forward. If they do, again, in a very good position, 13-5. FURIA are furnishing themselves with some weapons, but one of them is a scout in the hands of Art. Sarasso is 5-14.
Yeah, man.
And we head into round 19. He is a man we highlighted at the beginning of this series, somebody we've been looking for more from yesterday and today, and we're not seeing that on Overpass.
The other thing I don't quite understand with the Mongols is, if you watch this team at Katowice, they've had a couple of different players in here. I don't know how there are all these players from Mongolia that I don't know about, because they lost Score to Tai Lu, who a lot of people thought was their best player. They don't have Annihilation here anymore, who was pulling off some crazy clutches back at Katowice. And they found these new players. They found Mzinho, who looks great. 910 has been doing his job. What a story it could be for the Mongols again, if they can hold on to this.
This music is banging.
I'm liking it. Chill vibes.
This would be good track for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Where's Funk Vehicle Valve? Better put that in CS2. Anyway, the round has been restored and the countdown has begun, so we're going to get back into things. FURIA are up against it, 8 rounds behind, going for a less than stellar bye versus Mongols, who have been in full control. They've got one hand on the group stage, and the second hand is not far behind it. Up to FURIA to stop them. That looks very hard at the moment.
Art's got a scout solo towards A right now. Playing around Party could be dangerous. They're quickly moving around the side of him, and he's not ready. Art's risky play does not pay off early for FURIA. And now there has to be an adjustment in their setup. Fallen rotates up to try and plug the gap, but he's got a P250 on the hold.
Yeah, again, Art's taking a sacrifice with the full investment. A rifle here, a rifle there, but 3 of them have left money in the hole. Yuurih still standing for the time being. That smoke might help him somewhat. Fallen's delivering, down to a 3-on-3. And Zeno trying to swing. Yuurih being the bait. Trying to slip away somewhat as Fallen is dropped. Now, what does he choose to do? Art's got 50 bucks, chelo with 100. Yuurih with no choice, taken away by 910 as we move to 14-5.
There are going to be some issues in the buy for FURIA, as you just pointed out. They tried to invest a little in that round to give themselves a chance. That did not pay off for them. Only the second timeout taken by FURIA, despite being 14-5 down. AWP is in the hands of Fallen, but those 2 players at the top, Chelo and Art, are on MP9s. And that poses the question, do you go for something slightly different? Do you try and make a proactive play to get those SMGs into the close quarters combat they would be looking for? Or do you just play a more standard issue round and just accept the fact you have some weaker weapons in there? Now or never for FURIA here at IEM Cologne. They are facing elimination if they lose this map. Fulham trying to make a play with the AWP.
High risk, very high risk indeed. No one in connector for now. Short B has been taken. yuurih needs to fall off. They need to stand with this advantage if they can. No lurkers for Mongols. Everybody's upstairs. 2 rounds away from the group stage. Would be huge for this squad. Cologne, maybe the biggest spectacle on the regular calendar. Okay, Serato creeping. He's got to pick his timing well. Got to pick his timing fast because yuurih's being dropped. That'll certainly help. The bomb should be planted on the A-bomb site. And Techno's in a very strong position to make a play here. But hasteka needs to try and stay alive, and Art goes down for free. Fallen's lost his position, slipped away with that one, and there's Techno activating from the back, dismantling FURIA once again. That was a 3 versus 4, but their positioning is just too much for FURIA. Fallen's clutch will be instantly denied. Mega trade frag from hasteka, match point for Mongols.
This is looking even more convincing from the Mongols. I was not expecting a win to look this good for them. But even in the 3v4, they find their way onto the A site, and they still find a way to catch FURIA off guard. And Techno's aim again is so fun to watch. Those headshots he delivered, fantastic. 1 round away from the groups of Cologne. And it's a B rush to try and close it.
Oh boy, Fallen. Does he keep going? The flash is here. He's got information, but down he goes. Art's lost as well. Mongols in control, picking up the rifles. It's all about yuurih. But Mongols have got 1:20 on the clock. How does yuurih pick the right time to make a play? Everything's gone dead silent. How much information do they have with regards to connector? The door is closed for now. And Mongols will be heard in short B. yuurih starting to move now. But hasteka is laser focused, or he was. This timing could just work out for FURIA. If he catches them in the tunnel, then they could really be in with a chance. hasteka from the back will be dropped. That's the bomb. They've got to go back and get that. And maybe yuurih can be the distraction now. If chelo and Serato can make a play, he's maybe done enough here. Down to a 2-on-2, 9-10 with angles on the bomb site. 35 seconds to find a kill to make this easier. Nades towards the water. chelo behind the smoke. Pop flashes as 9-10 makes his way, but can he get both? He has no idea where chelo is, and FURIA stay alive for now.
Just able to deny that early B aggression. And then that flank makes all the difference. Just stalls things long enough for FURIA to figure out what's going on, to get themselves into good enough positions. chelo does wonders around that smoke at the end. So FURIA still here for now. And it's still not a great buy for FURIA, actually. Still an MP9, still a scout in the mix. Not getting any easier for them here. Up against a full buy from the Mongols again. It's a scout for Fallen, which won't connect. Spots the info, but has to fall back. This A stack is looking very good for FURIA, though. Look at this. They've got 4 players on this A side of the map. This is wild from FURIA, but it might just work.
Safety in numbers for Mongols. Prioritizing the trade fragging.
Oh no.
To close things out, and indeed the barrel of the gun will betray yuurih, but Fallen will trade the frag. But with the scout, how long can he last? Down to the pistol. He knows they're in trouble. Serato could be exposed. mZeno from the front, bLitz from the side, and it is a bLitz off the same bomb side. The numbers are overwhelming, and chelo's in the clutch again. 1 versus 2. All about the frags as the bomb gets planted. Does he wait out this smoke? Big pressure for chelo. A kit on the site. He's got to find these kills though. So many angles. Terrified of the trade frag. Smoke and the molly. A molly for long. A smoke on the bomb. That's a big headshot from chelo. He's picked up the kit as well. Does he full commit to it? He's got to go deep in the smoke. 910's got AWP. This could be perfect. Switching out for the M4. He's got the wrong angle. And they will stay alive again. chelo finds the clutch. Newman delivers round 7.
Oh, chelo with back-to-back 1vx's. This time a 1-on-2 where he has to just get in the smoke. But 910 takes a little too long switching weapons. Even the M4 he picks up doesn't have full ammo. Another steal of a round for FURIA, but that's what they needed. And the buy is a little interesting. Art has a P90. We still got a buy from Mongols. They continue to get the investment in, but the flash from Fallen on point sets up yuurih for success. That nade tickles a couple of players as well. That means they will now be one-shot headshots with those M4s on the CT side.
I love that Art has a P90. I think if you're a fan of FURIA, you don't love it, but I certainly do. I just want to see what he might get up to with it. yuurih's in trouble. Surely he's got no time for the reload there, but Keserato is here just in time. But maybe too late in the grand scheme of things. The FURIA still looking good for this round in a 4 versus 2. The kit on half the players. Techno behind enemy lines. All these players swinging for so many angles. Art's the first one to drop. chelo creeping forward now, trying to run distraction, pulling Techno away. Meanwhile, upstairs, there are 2 encroaching on the bomb site. MZino in that bank position can't do enough. And FURIA will bag another round. Starting to rack them up now, but they're still pretty far away. Just past the halfway mark to catch up with Mongols.
Even with the bomb plant, I wonder if this is breaking point for the Mongols. The money is a little short now. And the Mongols finally forced into their first time out here on FURIA's map pick. It's been going so swimmingly, they haven't had to talk anything over. But now they do want to decide whether they want to buy, and the answer is a swift yes. They've got plenty of Galils in play, but happy enough to go with it.
They need to plant the bomb at an absolute minimum in this round. Mongols. FURIA growing with confidence. Very experienced team, top to bottom. Won't be the first time they've been trailing against the game on match point. Just focus on the round in front of you. Well equipped now, no more P90s, MP9s, Novas. The widest array of weapons we've seen in these 2 days from FURIA. Again, Mongols relying on the absolute basics of the T side. Abusing the numbers. Moving like a gang. Oh, there's a hell of a heat map. Oh, yuurih's in trouble now. The swinging begins. Fallen has got so many targets. Trying to do what he can now. Still alive for the time being. Found a second one. It's given his team a fighting chance, but chelo again on that rotation from the B bomb site with much work to do. No molly this time. A smoke and a flash. And an extra man to deal with. The re-smoke will be problematic. A smoke in bank as well. This is really a tough task for chelo. Mongols are 1 man away from making their way to the group stage of Cologne. chelo trying to do what he can. 2 more to go. He's got a kid as well, but that's it. Mongols make it to the group stage of Cologne.
The Brazilian Slayers are back. They make it through the play-ins. Ever underappreciated, ever underestimated. It's the Mongols who eliminate FURIA. Flashbacks to FURIA from Katowice.